Last time I asked you something, and the question was, have you ever felt like you are still carrying someone you lost? From years of doing this work, I know there are many of you. I've seen it start the exact same way again and again. Right after the funeral, right after the phone call, right after the moment everything changed. Here is the question I didn't ask. What if that feeling isn't only a feeling? What if it stayed close to you or stayed with you permanently? Not every case starts with grief, but every case starts the same simple way. Something attaches and life quietly starts to feel different, or very different sometimes. Most people picture spirit attachment as something dramatic. A haunted house, a shaking bed, a voice from nowhere. In our work, that's rarely how it looks. Once a spirit attaches to a living person, it stays close. It draws energy from that person just to keep existing. That drain of energy has to show up somewhere, sometimes in the body, sometimes in the mind, sometimes in the emotions, and sometimes in all three at once. And because none of it looks spiritual, almost nobody suspects it. It looks like stress, it looks like burnout, it looks like a mystery illness. People chase the symptoms for years. They almost never get close to the real cause. And that is why we call these the hidden signals, not because they are rare, because they hide, disguised as something else. And here is a quick reminder from our first video together. This isn't malice. Most spirits don't even know they've died. Keep that in mind as we go through this list. Let me walk you through a few signs we see most often. Not all of them, just the ones almost everyone recognizes. The first is exhaustion. Not ordinary tiredness though, the kind that sleep doesn't fix. The second is mood swings, not the normal ups and downs of life. Sudden shifts with nothing that explains them. You are calm one moment and overwhelmed in the next. The third sounds simple, but people describe it the same way. Not feeling like yourself. Something is off and you can't quite name it. The fourth is a feeling of presence, a sense that someone is in the room, even when you're completely alone. The fifth is physical, pain or illness that doctors cannot explain. Every test looks fine, but the symptoms are real and they don't go away. The sixth is intrusive thoughts. Thoughts that don't feel like yours. Thoughts you would never choose. They show up again and again, and they are hard or sometimes very hard to shake away. The seventh is trouble concentrating. Simple tasks suddenly feel heavy. Some people describe it as thinking through a thick fog. The eighth is anxiety or fear that comes out of nowhere. No clear reason, no clear trigger. It just shows up and it doesn't let go. None of these signs on their own mean spirit attachment. But when several show up together and nothing else explains them, it's worth asking the question. In our work, we've seen this pattern more times than I can count. One case stays with me clearly. A woman came to us after years of shifting symptoms. 1 month it looked like one illness. The next month it looked like something else entirely. Doctor after doctor examined her. Some found something small. Most found nothing at all. She was sent home more than once and told it might be in her head. By the time she found us, she had almost stopped trusting her own body. It wasn't in her head though. There were several spirits attached to her. Each one carried its own condition from its own physical life. When one of them was in control, she felt its symptoms. When another took over, those symptoms disappeared and new ones appeared in their place. That's why tests found nothing. There wasn't one illness, there were several. Once we helped those spirits move on to the light one by one, her body finally settled. For the first time in years, she said she felt like one person again. This is exactly why spirit attachment stays hidden for so long. There's no single cause behind them. They point to 10 specialists, 10 tests, and 10 partial answers. Each doctor treats their own piece of the puzzle. Nobody stops to see the whole picture. So people carry it for years, thinking they are simply unlucky or broken or hard to diagnose. If one of these signs sounded familiar, that doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you are possessed. It means it might be worth looking closer. You don't have to figure it out alone, symptom by symptom or doctor by doctor. We offer a free consultation. The link is below this video. And at the end, I have a question for you. Which of these signs sounded most familiar to you? Let us know in the comments below. One more thing before you go, as usual, nothing here replaces medical or psychological care. What we offer works alongside it. It is never a substitute for a doctor, a therapist, or any treatment you already have. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.